Hey everybody, just wanted to let you know that Chup and Lyle is still coming. It's still on the way, but instead of getting an episode today, you're going to get me talking about a little subject that is near and dear to my heart. But episodes are being worked on. We're making some good progress, and I want to know, let me know in the comments, do you want to see a sneak peek at what's coming up, or do you just want to wait until it's done and ready to go? Please let me know in the comments, and I'll make it happen. Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? Today, I'm going to talk over this uh, video. What is it called? Process video. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, hi, hey, what's up? My name's Lee. I'm drawing Chup and Lyle, but actually, I did this in the past, and this is a video process of me doing it, a recording. I can't talk today. Anyway, hi. Today, I want to talk to you guys about art block while I talk over this video. There's Chup at the train stop. Um, Art block is just the worst. Apparently, I have word block when I can't talk, but art block is more of a creative block in many creative fields. It can happen in music, it can happen in drawing, it can happen in writing, and it's basically when you just feel stunted. You don't know what to make, or maybe you're making something and it just doesn't look right, and you just feel lost, and you feel also probably burnt out. Art block is something that I have experienced a lot in my life, in my career, and everything. And it's completely like a totally normal thing. One of the reasons why I wanted to talk about it is because I know a lot of people feel like there's maybe something wrong with them when they experience these feelings, when there's nothing wrong with you at all. Every artist in the world has this at some point, and probably more than they'd want to admit. And if an artist says they don't experience this, they are probably lying to you and maybe even themselves. But when you have these feelings where you don't feel like you can make anything, or you don't know what to create, or you just sit there and you just stare at your paper and you're like, I'm the worst. I can't do anything. It sucks. It's not a good feeling. It's not fun. And on top of doing all my own artistic projects and working on Chup and Lyle, I also like teach classes, and I teach classes to kids and teens, and I've taught classes to adults, and I've had a lot of students that are like, I don't know what to draw, I don't know what to make, I just am not feeling it, I don't know. And in those moments, sometimes it's just you're like, you have to get over that initial hump, right? Sometimes draw a warm up, draw some random prompt that you find online, use like a prompt generator. In my classes, I have all these like little prompts, little prompt generator things that can help you come up with goofy ideas, mix and match them. But sometimes it's more than that. Sometimes that doesn't help. Sometimes I think it's best to just stop. Just stop doing it and take a break. A lot of people will tell you to draw every single day. And I think that if you're younger and you're like a kid and you're trying to like understand art, it can be very good to draw every day. Or if you're in school for art, it's good to study by drawing. I mean, they're called studies when you draw things that you see and replicate them and understand the inner workings of them. But I don't think after a certain point that you should draw every day, because you can get burnt out, and it depends on why you're drawing. If you go into art as a career, a lot of people will say, like, oh, if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Wrong. No. Dude, art is work. It's a lot of hard work. And I feel like some people don't value the work that's put into art, especially with AI art and everything. It kind of devalues it. And also, I just want to say I'm totally anti AI art. So I hate AI art. I think it has a place in being helpful, but I think overall it's the worst thing ever to ever exist for art. But anyway, that's another topic. Um, I think that art is work, and it's a lot of work. And if you do it as a job, you can get burnout, because sometimes if you're doing commission work, or whatever you're doing, if you work for a studio or something, maybe you don't feel as creatively in control. and you're just using your skills that you want to use creatively for things that you don't feel are like your kind of vibe, or like that maybe you're not creative in because you're doing something for someone else. And that's all good, but it can totally burn you out. And then when you go to create for yourself, you have like nothing left. And that's just the worst feeling. And it doesn't mean you did anything wrong, but it's burnout. And then on top of that, if you're trying to make an art out of your career, like in a solo sense, trying to sell work or, do stuff online or whatever, it's sad because we tend to always look for, how to make our stuff better, how to sell things more, how to be seen more. And then we go to social media, and social media, dude, it is the best and the worst thing to ever happen to us, I think, in my opinion, because a lot of times we tend to compare ourselves to others, and that's where you get imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome is like, oh, I'm not really good at what I do. I thought I was good, but then I saw this other artist and I'm terrible and blah, blah, blah. I'm the worst. I should never draw again in my life. That's just a crazy thought, but we all have it. I have it because we go on Instagram and TikTok and everything, and we see other people's numbers, and we see that we don't have the same amount of numbers or whatever, and we're just like, oh, well, numbers equals good. No, man. Because what happens is sometimes we tend to want to replicate that. We want to do what somebody else is doing because it seems like it works for them. And in doing that, you're being disingenuous to yourself. You're not doing genuine art for you. And you're not being real, which is, in my opinion, creating art is expressing yourself, whatever way that is, right? So, for example, I love the things I love, right? I love Spider-Man, right? So I could do fan art of Spider-Man. That's great. Nothing wrong with that. Say I want to do fan art of Spider-Man because I genuinely love Spider-Man and I just want to draw him. He's a cool dude and he does all these twists and turns and mangled positions, and he's really cool to draw anatomy and stuff like that. But say I draw, I draw it in my own style, so it's more mine. I'm not really just replicating a picture. I'm just like, oh, I know what Spider-Man looks like, and he's going to be, kind of more cartoony, because that's my style, right? If then I also just did, I don't know, some other comic book characters, or if I just drew Spider-Man, right? That's cool. That's great. But, like, what? What am I creating, right? Fan art, I personally think, is really cool. It's a really good tool to practice. It's a really good way to understand character design. I think it's really cool also just if you're just a nerd and love that thing to like love that thing more and make it because you just genuinely love that thing and get inspiration as well. But if all you do is fan art, who are you as an artist? And I feel like a lot of times, like, newer artists will get stuck trying to replicate certain styles that seem like they work well, or drawing certain characters that are popular, or following all these trends, which is good. But if that's all you do, who are you? What makes you unique as an artist? That's why I think it's really cool to like develop original characters and come up with stories and something original that's you. It doesn't have to be like amazing or incredible. It just has to be genuine, because if it's genuine, you'll put more of yourself into it. And that is what I believe connects us all, right? I think that people really value genuine art. I think that, it's not always the case, especially on social media. And maybe if you look at the numbers, you're like, that's not the case. But I'd rather have a genuine following because it likes what I'm making than somebody likes the subject that I'm replicating, right? And of course, if you have your own style and you're drawing fan art, that's also really cool, And this is not a diss to fan art. This is just to say that it's one of the things that I think also affects us that leads to artist block and leads to burnout and leads to all these feelings of like not being good enough. When at the end of the day, you just have to be as good as you are. So, how do I deal with artist block? Um, I think it's different for everybody, but like I said, I think it's good to take a break. I think it's good to take walks, to get outside. I think it's good to take in things that you were originally inspired by or new things that would inspire you. Like for me, my desk is like covered in toys and things like Star Wars, Spider Man, Mega Man, robots of all sorts, Godzilla, Ninja Turtles. I'm just like looking around random things. Samurai stuff, like just cool things that I like that inspire me. Donkey Kong. I love Donkey Kong, right? Sit down, play some games you like, watch some movies you like, watch some shows, and try to find that inspiration that, kind of got you to start making stuff in the first place, or find a new inspiration. And don't be afraid to make mistakes and mess up. But you got to be kind to yourself. Art is, it's hard when you tie art to a career and work because it's also who you are as a person, I think, in my opinion. So you just got to be chill and kind to yourself. And that's what I try to do. And in time, because you got to have patience too, it'll come back. It might be a while, but it'll come back. So anyway, that's my little spiel on art block. And here's Chup and Lyle at the train station. I will catch you guys later. See ya.